Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Today we're going to talk about a beautiful crystal that many of you love. Lapis Lazuli. Oh, did he say it correctly? Makes a bloody change. I normally call it lapis because it's easy for me to say, but the problem is there's two lapises in my collections now. Lapis Lace. Ah, nice crystal. Go check it out. But hey, have a look at my new collection that only arrived a couple of weeks ago and I've just now finished working on them. There you go. Get a bit closer. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful, every single one of them. There's about 20 some, and yeah, my favourites thus far is this one. I don't really have favourites, but some of them just feel beautiful. This one, loved working with this one. They're all beautiful. This one, oh, beautiful. If you look at the back, you see the natural colour of this crystal, which is slightly different from the front, but there you go, just showing you the colours through the crystal. And if you look very carefully, you can almost see a hint of what looks like gold. Now, this gold to me is a representation of abundance. Always is, always has, and always will be. That colour like pyrite gold, it's just gorgeous, and it runs through this blue. And it kind of, not all of them, some of them you don't even see that, and it's kind of more of a denser blue, which is a kind of, but if you look at the back, you can see it there, but at the front, not so much. But this is what I love about lapis. It's that kind of crystal that it's different colours generally have a difference of effect when I'm working with them. So the deeper the blue, it's beautiful. The lighter the blue, it's different. So it's just a generally quite a lovely crystal in so many ways. So where do we start with this crystal? I don't think I've got any left on my website, so I'm looking forward to putting these up. I haven't been able to, well, I have, but I turned about 4 or 5 different collections down. It just didn't feel right. As soon as I saw these, I could feel it. I said, that's the ones that I want. So I really enjoyed working with them, all of them, to be honest. Letting me say, no, one's better than the other is not true. They're all beautiful. They really are. So where do you want to start? A cleanser of negative energy, probably. Yeah. Deep, probably. Deep-rooted issues, clearing deep-rooted blocks. Yeah, probably. I worked with this crystal for 10 years, and they certainly helped my clients as a crystal healer. A lot of the times they would go directly to the block. So what I'd find is when wearing a piece or having two, I had like 7 or 8 pieces in my healing room at any one time, and I'd always find that they direct themselves to the issue at hand, which kind of one of the reasons why I say in my courses that X never marks the spot. And it was fantastic actually, and that's something that I don't really talk about with lapis. I think it's it hunts and finds its way directly to the root cause, which is kind of weird because you'd think at the beginning, if somebody walks in with a bad back, you'd be looking at the spine or the legs, but actually I was driven to the top of the head, the left or right or the back or the front, and sometimes elsewhere it could have been the shoulder, and it's like, wow, it's amazing where the issue at hand, the physical issue at hand, is never actually where it is. It stems from another root cause, which I think that lapis has the energy. You don't have to stick it on your body, you just need to wear it, and the energy of lapis is a very strong, powerful magnet for deep-rooted issues, both spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Physically as well, absolutely. What else is this crystal good for? I think if you're struggling with your journey, whatever that journey is, it really helps you. No, let me say that again. When you are stuck at a crossroads, oh, it's such a corny statement, right? It's such a corny thing. When you are uncertain which direction to go in on your spiritual path, as well as your creative path, it's an amazing crystal to give you the confidence to follow the right direction, which is your decision to do the right thing. Kind of thing like some people don't do things because they're frightened and they wait for somebody else to make the decision. Wearing this crystal gives you the confidence to make your own decisions and follow through with that decision, rightly or wrongly, you still do it. So that's a beautiful thing. It's good for yoga, meditation, it's good for any kind of healing. It's great for the psychic work because it really does strengthen you in so many ways. The gold to me is an abundance energy, which normally relates to giving you all that you need that comes into your body. It's physical levels. It's great for any kind of joint and pains in your body, stiffness especially. A lot of my clients used to suffer a lot as they were getting older with stiffness and issues with the body. That's normally to do with the physical side of things, and sometimes that the joints which are filled with, I guess, some kind of whatever it's called, oil that has kind of not dried up, but gone hard. It kind of releases. It's really strange, but it releases the joint pain. So somehow you feel better. One of the things that I noticed with lapis is that for people who suffered with any kind of physical pain, the pain would ease when wearing lapis. And for me, I came to an understanding that whenever I worked with people with physical pain, no matter where that was in the body, if I was to hold my hand at the back of their head, there is, I believe, this is my only, I don't know if this exists or it doesn't, but through the healing practice, that I realized that when customers got up and said, I feel better, I don't feel a pain anymore. It was funny that most of the time I would go to the back of the head. So somebody asked me, why is it, especially a doctor, one doctor once asked me, where do you normally go with physical pain? And I said, well, all over the body. But he said, but if you were to name 3 places, which would be the most powerful place or the most common place you'd go? And I'd say top of the head. And he'd go, wow, that is really interesting. But when I say top of the head, just anywhere around here. So I'd start from here to here. And I kind of, when somebody says, how do you explain that? And I said, well, this is how I imagined it as I was working. Imagine there's this inside your brain and it's a muscle. And if this muscle is filled with this skin and every inch or every millimeter or every tiny part of this is healthy and it's strong and it's functioning, that means that it's sensitive, but it isn't in pain. Now, if you hurt this and cause it to go red and it becomes really super sensitive when you touch it, okay, that means that any pain in the body this will feel that pain and give you a message saying, oh, be careful there because you're in pain. If you can make this strong and get rid of the rawness and make it strong again, then any part of your body which would normally be in pain isn't as much in pain. So I kind of say to my clients, if you've got a physical pain, if you go to the head and work on the head for half an hour to an hour, one hand here, one hand here, you'll find that the physical pain eases because you do something, you heal that muscle that's inside there, which is the kind of thermometer of physical pain. So I know I've gone off on one really. Other things that I liked about this crystal, well, I've got to say that when I wore it, within the space of 3 or 4 months, I found myself being more aware. So it definitely helps with seeing the signs. It definitely helps you see your path easier. It gives you that feeling of, ooh, that. So a bit like when you read a book, one passage just touches your heart. But when you walk on a street, the street and the image that you're looking at is like reading a book, and something may touch you, and wow. So you become more aware of messages from the spirit world, because that's what they are basically. So if you see a nice picture, why is it that picture that you fall for and not another picture? Because something in that picture is giving you a sign. It's telling you to look at it and feel it and understand the message. We're going deep now, aren't we? Maybe I shouldn't go too deep. However, However, this crystal is the crystal of going deep and understanding. So when you wear it, you go deeper into your understanding. That's why it's good for working with tarot cards, it's good for working with angel cards, it's good for working with all of these things. Working with intention is something that I always believe is important. And wearing this crystal helps you work with intention, calmness, heart, solar plexus, strengthening, healing, clearing stress, anxiety, anger. These are some of the things that they helped my clients with, and of course me. They stop you from knee-jerking. When you wear it, you don't knee-jerk and get angry as much. So there's many aspects to Lapis Lazuli. I never can say it right, but it is a beautiful crystal. And if you haven't got one, then you must go to your local crystal store and buy one today, because working with it is fan-bloody-tastic. This works well with many crystals. Honestly, guys, I love working with moonstone. When you put moonstone next to this, rainbow moonstone is beautiful. Pink moonstone is great. Also, I'm just trying to think of other crystals. Depends what you're working and what you're doing, but if you're cleansing and clearing, it's great with Tektite. If you're heightening your energy because you're working with the tarot cards, or you're working higher in yourself, definitely Herkimer Diamond, Clear Quartz. What was the other one that I used to wear? Begins with L. Lemurian and this together. Maybe somebody might say, oh yeah, I wear them together. It's a good mix. It really is a powerful mix. I think that's it. Although I've only got these, and they'll probably go very quickly on my website, go to your local crystal store, support them. Always good to support your local crystal store. I like going into towns and visiting crystal stores. So the more that they're, the less that there are on eBay, Etsy and Amazon, which I'm not into at all. So there you go, guys. Lapis, lap it up. Enjoy. And I'll put one link below to this particular collection. I hope you feel one of them and enjoy it with all my heart. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic, genuine and high quality crystals. Love them like you love yourself.